Hey guys, it's Tom here, and today I am bringing you a desktop wallpaper tutorial, and this one is going to be how to make a similar background to the one that was featured in my Vicstar speed art. So if you missed that, I'll put a link in the description and you can go check that out. So to make you guys' life easier, I've put together this little folder with all the stuff that we're going to be using, just for you guys, just to make it easier for you. So first of all, you want to open up the grunge background. The folder will be in the link. There will be a link in the description to download the folder, by the way. Right, so once you got the grunge background open, you then want to open the graffiti alphabet. Now, I didn't make this myself. I think I downloaded it from a guy called Ara, but I'll put his link in the description. Go check him out. He's really good with pen tools, and he makes his own graffiti and stuff. It's pretty cool. Right, so anyway, first of all, you want to make sure this auto select is ticked. So once that's ticked, you can literally just start dragging the letters onto our base background here. So I'm going to do this for a guy called Appman. So I'm going to drag the A over. Just put it on there. It doesn't matter what colour they all are at the moment, just get them dragged over and we can sort that out in a minute. Okay, so this is the last letter. Okay, so now we have all these letters here. I'm just going to double click them and just tick the colour overlay on all of them. This will just make it so we can see them a bit better. This doesn't have to be your final colour, just something so when we move them around we can actually see them properly. Okay, so now we've got our jumbled up letters. Now we want to start arranging them. So Command T to bring up the resizing and rotating tool. I'm just going to resize this, put it like that. Just going to Command T again, or Control T if you're on Windows. So just want to rearrange them to what you think looks good. So I'm just rotating and resizing and all that. Okay, I've missed out. Instead of I need to get an N quickly. Right, so as you can see, this is good. So once you've got them all arranged in a style which you think looks alright, just click the top layer, go down to the bottom, and whilst holding shift click the bottom layer, and then you want to right click and merge layers. So now we have the graffiti text. I'm just going to Control T, just going to resize it a bit. Okay, that is good. Right, so now we want to get some colours sorted. So I do want it to be red, but I'm just going to change it a bit. Gonna make it sort of a darker, grungier red, if that makes sense. Like so. I'm going to add a drop shadow, so opacity 100%, blend mode normal, angle 120, distance 5, spread, put the spread to about about 50 I'd say, and the size to about 9 or 6, so about 15. Okay, now inner shadow, blend mode normal, opacity 75, distance about 3, choke 0, and size 5. Now I want an outer glow, blend mode normal, change the colour to black, spread about 9, let's say 10, spread 10, and size 5, that's all fine. And now for the inner glow, so same again, just change it to black, blend mode normal, and the rest is fine. So now we got some sort of nice shadows going on. However, now what we're going to do is we're going to go Control J, which duplicates the layer, or you could, if that doesn't work, you could just right click and click duplicate layer. So the layer on the bottom, before you want to select that, you want to make sure auto select is unticked. So once that is unticked, you can select the bottom layer here, and that's when we can go Command T, and we just want to resize it and make it just slightly bigger than the layer that's above it, like that. And as you can see, this looks a bit of a mess. However, if you put the opacity down to about 20, to about 30%, as you can see, it gives a nice effect. So once that's done, once you've got this nice effect going, if you just want to hold Control, click both layers, right click and merge them. Okay, so now we got our graffiti text. Now we want to add a texture to it. So I've got a texture here in the pack. They'll all be in the description, the download link. So you just want to open that up. So find where it's saved, open it up. Here we go. So this is one of my favourite textures. I like to use this quite a lot. Just want to drag it onto the original file. Control T. Rotate it so it's on its side. Now you just want to drag it so it's covering all of the text, like so. So now it's completely covering the text. You want to, on the layer, you want to right click it and click Create Clipping Mask. And as you can see, this makes it so it only covers the text. However, we can't really see any of the red. So up here on the drop down menu, change it from normal to overlay, and that is looking good. So now we got a nice texture to go over our text. Now we just want to add the splash effect, which was seen. So here is the splash that I used. So you just want to open that up, file open. Okay, so depending on what, you won't want it orange, depending on what colour your background is. So to change it, we just click up here, just click on Hue Saturation, and we can just drag the hue and it will change colour. So I'm going to make it a nice sort of reddish colour. Yep, that's looking good. Now once you've got your desired colour, if you just hold Control, click both the layers, right click and merge them. Now we can drag it onto our background. Right, so as you can see, it messed up a bit. That's because if you just Control Z that, or just delete that layer, we need to create a new layer, and we need to drag it underneath the writing, and now we can drag the splash onto it. Okay, so now that's behind the text. As you can see, it's really big, so you just want to drag it down so it's a decent size. And this bit is where it's really up to you. I'm just going to put it sort of behind the letters so it looks good. I'm just going to keep duplicating it so I can keep using it. Gonna create some nice effects. Gonna duplicate it again. Gonna flip vertical for the bottom parts. And duplicate that. And then Control T and flip horizontal. Now what I like to do is I'm just gonna hold Control, click all of the layers and merge them. So now what I like to do is I like to take the rubber tool and any sort of, put the brush to about 60 and the hardness to 100%. Now any sort of bits where you can see in the gap, like here, I'm just going to erase them, and like here, a bit here, yeah, because I don't think it looks very good. Okay, so that's looking good, so I'm just going to do a little one coming off in the middle. So to do that, if you go over to your paint splash, select the lasso tool. I'm just going to lasso one of these. I'm going to lasso this one on the end here, like so. So just circle it like that, go onto the move tool and drag it over, like so. So now Control T, zoom out, make it a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to rotate this and put it coming off there like that. Okay, so that's looking good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can change this however you want, so you can do whatever really, but to export it so it will fit on your background, you do File, Save for Web and Devices, and once it loads up, click Save, and I'm just going to save it on my desktop, like so. And once it's saved, it should show up on your desktop, and there is your YouTube background, or your, sorry, not YouTube background, what I'm on about, desktop background. So you can set that as your desktop background. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this quick tutorial. The download link for this pack will be in the description. As always, I'm always open to video suggestions, so because I'm always running out of ideas. So leave a like and subscribe.